prominent in the meta last split, it was actually Zanzarah's Trundle that was brought out as an answer to it. Many other junglers in Europe picked it up as a means to counter the Viego because you can outduel him in the early game, you can make him much squishier later on. Akali being pushed underneath her tower, it's very unlikely that she's going to receive any help towards the top side of the map as well. Meanwhile, WhiteKnight is at a very real risk of getting dived. Notice that Larssen's keeping the pressure up in mid, making this an isolated 2 versus 1. odoamne has a level lead, and here comes the dive.
WhiteKnight does have the Fury stacked up here. They're going to wait for that first auto attack. First shot blast miss. There's the stun onto Malrang underneath the tower. Malrang's dead. And what is it with top laners in Europe and outplaying dives? WhiteKnight survives, will fall to the final auto attack. Odo's going to take one tower shot from the tower and be able to get out.
Wow. Obviously, a very risky dive there, as you rightly identified, Medic. The Fury was fully built up, dealing damage in the immediate future.
It's strange how little actual fighting has happened in this game. And oh, it was Zanzarah, look for the flash sniper, couldn't get it. Malrang now puts the subjugate down, has already picked up the Eye of the Herald, will fall. WhiteKnight will get the kill, but the Herald was secured by Malrang.
See, I mean, to be fair, Malrang was a player who was questioned coming in, especially when compared to a player like Inspired.
Yeah.
It was a player that, you know, a lot of people didn't know, and is now looking for a gank. Level 6 for Trymbi.
And he's going to go in with the quickness. Flash onto the backline. The flame choppers come down, and Kobbe with a good flash over it. Dodges the super mega death rocket as well. We'll be able to disengage this. Curtains will open. Trymbi should just be able to dodge behind Comp. Zanzarah is on his way, but won't get here early enough to really impact the play.
Wow, you can actually animation cancel your ult. Ooh, oh, it interrupts it!
And Kobbe has no summoners, nowhere to go. Flame Chompers once again a little bit short, but this will be gifted over to Comp.
Ooh, ever so slight mistake there from Kobbe, backing in the middle.
Try and get the first plate off this and then put down the Rift Herald. Malrang standing around, there it goes. First plate down. Now this won't take down the tower in its totality. 3 members around that tower means it has increased resistances as that first plate fell. You can see just a little bit short. Zanzarah should be able to clean it up, but instead they decide to back away. Rogue staying strong as 3 players. Means that Astralis didn't want to take the fight. Nice. And as you say, Malrang a little bit more focused on getting ganks off and being a supportive jungler at times. I think part of that is the current jungle meta. You know, we're not seeing the full-on farmers as Trymbi now caught out with the solar flare. There's the stun, there's the Ruthless Predator. Curtain cuts open, and the battle dance will get Trymbi out. They probably overall still are when you look at it in a net situation. You know, Hans Summer, one of the best AD carries last season, Inspired, probably the best jungler last season as well. But Rogue definitely...
The only teams they ever really lost to were other top teams, and it's the level of expectation that you have for an organization that pretty consistently finished top 3 is odoamne.
WhiteKnight picks up the bounty. odoamne thought he could take the trade, but the Heartbreaker will find its mark. Zanzarah pierces the heart of odoamne as he... But better.
Right, yeah. See, I mean, he has to throw in the shade, you know what I mean?
This is why we're the comedy duo act, right? We can't do jokes by ourselves. Trymbi here, going to get chased a little bit by Zanzarah, who uses the Spectral Maw to dodge back. Zenith Blade's going to connect, and there is the follow-up from Kobbe. The damage on Trymbi is huge, but he just can't get it down. Larssen able to turn it back around as Zanzarah falls. Larssen flashes forward, and the Death Ray finds its mark. A double for Larssen, his first 2 contributions to this game. And now odoamne and Malrang are chasing WhiteKnight and Dajor out. Larssen on his way down. Comp will take the tower in the mid lane. Trymbi with an ultimate available to him. Very low on HP, but I've seen support sacrifice themselves for the good of the team in this sort of situation. Dominus now popped by WhiteKnight at point. So my expectation is that Astralis would be willing to give this one up. You really can't fight when you're at such a deficit.
Well, they are in a position to look for it. The TP comes through.
Well, the Dragon's already down, and so is promisq, and I think perhaps they should have given that one up. The TP did come in, as you say, from WhiteKnight. He's going to dodge across the wall, but Rogue are on the chase, and Trymbi still has the quickness. Death Ray connects just on the tail of WhiteKnight. Zanzarah flashing forward, they're looking for Larssen. They just don't have the damage to take him out. He survived for so damn long. In the end, he will fall, his crown truly shattered. But Rogue walk out with the Dragon.
Very sticky situation. Zanzarah comes over, Dajor commits the flash. The crown soaks up a lot of damage along with the Guardian, but with the Chaos Storm sitting on top, with Comp very safely in a position, the odoamne damage as well. Previous games, they were pretty competitive. They were quite up and down, quite messy. We saw them actually going toe-to-toe, but I feel like they love the team so far in this...
Oh! He's still likely to die here. The crown won't save him. A great stun off the back of it, though, as Trymbi goes forward. I'm not sure what Larssen was doing apart from trying to style on some flipping kids. He was breaking ankles.
And he had stopwatch. Now, admittedly, he was CC'd for too long to be able to use the stopwatch, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure either. Now, promisq could be in a similar situation.
Could try and turn this around, though, because the rest of Astralis are just waiting around the corner. Zenith Blade only hits onto one. Now we go in. Dominus popped Malrang, going to get chased down here, tries to turn it onto Dajor, and Malrang actually just kills off Zanzarah. Another kill comes out as he gets the double. Astralis try to bite off a little bit more than they could chew, and they were chewed up by the troll Malrang.
Wow. Okay, so
Lovely
I heckin' love Powder. You know, Rogue really are Arcane fans. You know what I mean?
It's a glorious evolution.
It is indeed a glorious. Whoa, spoilers.
Well, no, that's one of Viktor's quotes. It's
no,
a glorious.
I know, but that's the joke. It's the engage in the top lane.
Right here, trying to get out. Astralis, not fans of the hit Netflix TV show. Apparently. Okay, I think we've done enough Arcane. I think we cut with the Arcane as yeah, Odo escapes. Rogue get the inhibitors, and Astralis can only watch and wait as Rogue push in for the win. A 24-minute victory on the cards here for Rogue. They continue to bring their game time down even further. And Astralis just can't defend. Dale's trying to do what he can. Larssen, crown breaks. There's the Soul Affair. promisq with the flank, but he's popped before he can even stop with that Zenith Blade. Trymbi gets a great charm onto Dale, who is invisible at the time. Onto the fountain go Kobbe and Zanzarah. They will survive. Dale will not. As he is killed off by Larssen. The curtains open, but it's curtains for Astralis as Rogue will be the first team to go undefeated in the LEC Week 1.
A 24-minute stomp from Rogue. They maintain that title of being the fastest team in the LEC, and all we've seen is controlled gameplay from this Rogue.